Namaste. Welcome to today's Hatha Yoga practice for teachers, practitioners. If you're a little bit more new to yoga, make sure to check out the contraindications below in the description and just follow the tips and guidelines along during the class. So to start with the class, we chant 3 times Om. Keeping your eyes closed for a moment. Easy, relaxed breathing. Just bringing your focus to your belly. And every time you breathe in, your belly gently expands. And as you breathe out, your navel draws back towards the spine, very gently, naturally. Top of your head is reaching up. Your hips are pushing down. You can also sit on a cushion in Vajrasan like this or in cross-leg position. And we move on to the practice of the Surya Namaskar, and then afterwards the Asanas. Coming into a standing position at the front of your mat. Start off with the feet hip-width apart. Top of your head reaching up. Knees are straight but soft. Chest is wide. Shoulders relaxed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Palms together in front of your chest. Breathe in. Raise your arms up. Upper arms next to your ears. Reach up and gently back. Very gently. Breathe out, reach forward and down, bend your knees, hands flat on the ground if possible, nose in between your knees. Breathe in, step your right leg back, push your pelvis gently forward, open the chest, hold the breath, plank position. Breathe out, drop your knees, chest, forehead on the mat. Breathe in, gently slide forward and up. Breathe out, curl your toes, push your hips up and back. Knees can be bent. Breathe in, right foot comes to the front, left knee on the mat. Open the chest. Breathe out, left foot forward. If possible, keep your knees straight. Hold on to the ankles. If the hamstrings are a little more tight at this moment, keep your knees bent. Breathe in, swipe your arms up. Bring your upper arms next to the ears, reach up and gently back. Look diagonally up. Breathe out, palms together in front of the chest. Breathe in, same to the left. Breathe out, reach forward, bend your knees, nose in between the knees. Breathe in, left foot steps back, knee on the mat, gaze forward. Hold your breath, plank position. Breathe out, knees, chest, forehead. Breathe in, scoop forward and up. Breathe out, hips up and back. Breathe in, left foot to the front, right knee on the mat, Open the chest. Breathe out. Right foot forward. Breathe in. Sweep your hands up. Breathe out. Palms together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in right. Hold the breath. Plank. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in right. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in left. Hold the breath. Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe in left. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Third round. Breathe out. Breathe in right. Hold the breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hips up and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in left. Hold the breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Take a few breaths. I go for 3 more rounds. Try to really connect the breath and the movement. Try to move your spine in an organic way. Imagine you're massaging your spine with your breath, with your movement. Hands in front of the chest. Spine long. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in right. Hold the breath. Breathe out. Breathe. Breathe out. Breathe. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in left. Hold the breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in left. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in right. Hold the breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in right. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in left. Hold the breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in, last round. Breathe out. Breathe in right. Hold the breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in left. Hold the breath. Breathe out. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Hands in front of the chest. And gently close your eyes for a moment. Observe your breathing. And then gently lie down in Shavasana. And then bring your feet together. Bring your hands above your head and take a deep stretch. Make it as long as you can. And relax. Gently roll over your one side. And come onto your knees into child's pose. Shashankasan. Moving on to Shirshasana, headstand. Now only continue with a full headstand if you are experienced in this pose, if you had a teacher assist you and help you and you're stable to come into the pose and out of the pose. If you're new to Sirsasana, there are a few variations that you can do instead. The first one is a steady dolphin. You measure your hands, holding your upper arms, interlace your hands, step your feet a little back, and then push your hips up. And then you can reach with your head towards the ground without actually touching the head to the ground. You keep pushing your elbows into the ground, shoulder blades drawn away from your ears. And we stay here. Yes, this is an ideal alternative for people with a neck issues that shouldn't do the headstand, or if you're really new to the practice. If you're a little bit, if you've tried it out before but you're not stable yet, you can do a preparatory headstand in which you also measure your hands. Now you make a cup with your hands, you bring the top of your head to the ground, lift your hips up, keep pushing your elbows into the ground, shoulders away from the ears, and you walk in a little bit and stay 10-20 seconds, as long as you can keep the stable, strong foundation in your arms and shoulders. Yeah. And for those who are comfortable coming into the pose with steadiness and ease, we move on to 1 minute of Sirsasana. You can bring one knee in at a time, or you can lift your legs straight up. And from here, again, you can come down one leg at a time, or you can slowly come down, hips pushing away for weight control. Child's pose again. And slowly roll up. Shifting away to the hips. Moving on with the second asana, Sarvangasan, shoulder stand pose. Now in this pose, we are going to rest our whole weight on top of our shoulder girdle. Important is to not feel any strain in the neck and to have the weight really on the shoulders. What helps many people is to use a blanket in this pose. The blanket, a little bit thickly folded blanket, comes underneath our shoulders and just at the base of our neck. So the rest of our neck and our heads are free. Like that. And then from here, lift your legs up, support your back. Bring your chest towards your chin, not your chin towards the chest. And breathe. If this is too challenging, you can turn towards the wall, bring your buttocks against the wall, and then walk your feet up against the wall. Remember not to try to come too straight. Keep your throat soft. A few more breaths. Now from here, lower your legs halfway down behind you. Place your hands on the mat and then start to slowly roll yourself down, vertebra by vertebra. Press your hands into the ground to keep control. If you like, you can keep the blanket where it is, or you can remove it. We move on to Ardha Situ Bandanson, half bridge pose. Hands next to your body, feet on the ground, knees parallel. Breathe in, lift your pelvis up, reach with your hands a little towards your heels. Push your chest towards the chin, but again, not the chin to the chest. And breathe. And slowly roll down. Garbasan, womb pose. Keep your left foot on the ground, cross your right ankle over the left knee. Keep your right foot flexed and then hold on to your left kneecap with both of your hands. And gently, keeping your right foot flexed to protect your knee. Reach with your nose towards the knee, with your knee towards the nose. And gently release. And same to the other side. Left ankle across the right knee. Bring the knee out to the side, keep your foot flexed. And then hold on to your right kneecap. And reach. And release. Moving on to Matsyasana, fish pose. Straighten your legs. Bring your hands underneath your hips. Palms facing down. Feet are relaxed. Legs are straight. Breathe in, look up towards your toes. Bring your elbows closer in. Breathe in again, open the chest. Gently release your head back and then shift your weight until the top of your head touches the ground, rests on the ground. Stay here for 40 seconds. Take some deep breaths here. And breathe in, reach up with your chest, look up towards the feet. And relax down. You can also alternatively just slide your elbows out to the side to come out of the pose. And relax in Shavasana. And feet together, hands above the head, stretch. And relax. Roll over the other side if possible. And come up into a seated position. With your legs straight out in front of you. We'll move on to Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. Now, very important here is that before you start off coming into the pose, you're high up on your sitting bones. You can feel that by just going right and left. You should feel a bony sensation. If you do not feel that, you can bend your knees a little until you do feel the bony sensation. Alternatively, you can also sit on a block. That will also help you come more forward. You don't want to sit back. You want to sit more in front of the pelvis. Then take your hands up, interlace your hands, interlace your fingers, breathe in, make yourself tall. And then as you breathe out, start to fold forward. It's a straight back at first. And then when you come to your maximum, you can allow your back to round. Bring your hands to the ground next to your legs. And you can relax your head and shoulders. And again. You might need to keep your knees bent here. In that case, you could keep your forearms underneath your knees. Important is that this part is long and then only the back rounds. Breathe into the belly, into your lower back. Every time you breathe in, you feel the expansion within your belly, within your back, within your spine, the space. And every time you breathe out, you can release into that space. From here slowly, roll up, vertebra by vertebra. And we take our legs around and lie down on the belly. And we move on the right away into a counter pose, into Bhujangasan. Legs together, feet together, hands next to your chest. As you breathe in, lift your upper body up, lift your palms off the ground, and stay. Draw your shoulder blades away from the ears. And release. Crocodile pose. Big toes touching. Heels dropping out to the side. Make a cushion with your palms, with your hands, and place one cheek on top. Next pose, Vistri Bhujangasan, extended Cobra, focuses on stretching the front of the body. We lift ourselves up with the help of our hands. Forehead on the mat, hands next to the chest. As you breathe in, push your hands into the ground and come up. Now you can keep your hands a bit more forward. Important is that your pelvis remains on the mat, so you don't lift it up. Your elbows stay in towards your waist. And then from here, you explore how far and deep you can go into the back bend. Draw your shoulder blades away from the ears and wide. Gaze straight ahead or diagonally up, or up and back without dropping the head. And breathe. And 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And to release, reach forward and gently lower down. Crocodile pose again. Hands can be a cushion underneath one cheek, or you can also keep your arms by your side. Whatever feels more comfortable. Observe the effects of the pose, the sensations. Observe your breathing. And from here, bring your forehead to the mat again. Hands next to the chest, curl your toes. And then push your hands, lift your pelvis. And slide yourself back until your hips meet your heels. You can keep your hands in front of you. You can even open your knees a little bit apart. Come into Bhujangasan, hare pose, with your chest reaching towards the ground. And if you like, also your chin reaching towards the ground. Or you can also keep your forehead, whatever feels more comfortable. And then slowly come up. And we move on to Malasa. Squat, yogic squat or Garland pose. You keep your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders, toes pointing out to the side. Now if you're not able to relax all the way down because maybe of tightness in the back of your lower leg, in your Achilles, you can roll up the mat and place your heels on top of the rolled mat. Bring your elbows to the inside of your knees, pushing the knees out, palms together. And stay active here. Top of your head, reaching up. Knees are pointing over the second toe. Don't let your knees fall in. If they do, use the support underneath your heels. Or widen your stance. Now from here we also go into a twist. You can place your left hand on the ground, diagonal in front of you, and lift your right hand up. Gaze along your right hand. And back center. And same to the other side, right hand in front of you. Keep the elbow or upper arm connected to the inner knee. Left arm up. And back center. Now you can repeat the same again, or if you feel the space, you can wrap your left arm around the left knee, take your right hand behind you, interlace the hands, and gaze up. And same to the other side, coming through the center. And gently release. Place your hands in front of you. Bring your legs parallel and gently straighten your legs. Bend your knees a little. Let your upper body, chest rest on your thighs and hold on to the elbows. Release your arms, keep your knees slightly bent and start to roll up vertebra by vertebra. Shoulders and head come last. And we finish the class with the last pose, Bhujangasan, tree pose. Coming into standing position with your feet hip width apart, arms by your side, and then gently shift your weight to the left foot and bring your right leg or your right foot up against your left inner thigh. You can gently assist with your right hand, but make sure that your pelvis stays square. And then bring your hands in front of the chest, elbows relaxed, shoulders wide. And gaze at a point slightly above eye level. If you like to increase the difficulty, you can try to close your eyes for a few moments, or look at the tip of your nose. And then gently release. And we do the same to the other side, shifting your weight to the right foot and bring your left foot up along the right inner thigh. Gently pressing your inner thigh back against the heel. Place your hands in front of your chest. and gently release. Close the practice with 5 minutes in Shavasana. So gently find your way into a position on the mat. You can support your thighs with a bolster or 2 cushions. If you find it straining on the lower back to lie down without support, you can cover yourself. And just for 5 minutes, experience complete relaxation, letting the ground hold your body, letting your breathing become easy and minimal. Then gently start to become a bit active again in your body. Connect with your toes. Connect with your fingers. Gently move your toes and fingers. Move your legs. And just taking your time. Wake up your body. Activate the body. And slowly rolling over one side, come into a seated position to close the practice. Chanting Om Shanti 3 times. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.